Well, welcome to another Q&A Monday, where this time I was asked to tell a little bit about myself. And I was like, what do I tell? I have no clue. So I guess I'll jump back and forth with some facts and some random trivia. One of the things which I can tell you is I was born in Columbus, Ohio. Hooray for Columbus! Woohoo! Yay! Didn't live there, actually. I am an adopted child, and when I was young, I thought that, when my parents picked me, that it was sort of like going into a grocery store where there were racks and racks of babies, and you'd go in and you'd squeeze them and hold them and figure out which baby would be the best for you. Guess it really wasn't like that. No, not even. Then, I grew up from the age of birth adoption until I was 6 in Mount Vernon, Ohio, which is not very far from Columbus, about 16 miles, I do believe. Won't swear to the whole mileage thing because I was really young. And that's where my grandparents lived in what at the time I thought was a really big house. Then we moved down to southern Ohio. Woohoo! We moved to Athens, Ohio, which was the home of Ohio University, and that was a very interesting move because at the time it was in the early 70s when drugs were really pretty popular down here, and it was one of those places where we said, well, we'll spend 2 years here. Now, I'm 6, so of course I didn't have anything to do with the saying of this, but we spent a lot more than 2 years. Like a whole lot more than 2 years. Like forever more than 2 years. It's been sort of strange. I haven't always lived in Athens, but I've lived around the area, so that's always sort of interesting. One of the things which I love telling people, and people always ask me, well, how did I get named? I was named after a soap opera character. I was named after Christopher Hughes on As the World Turns. My mom used to watch that, so I was really raised on soap operas. It's 100% true. I used to watch As the World Turns, then my other favorite soap opera was Santa Barbara. It was really cool. Now, people ask me a lot about how I learned how to cook, and the honest-to-goodness answer is I taught myself. That's really the answer. If I wanted to do something, I would do it. Same thing goes with, I can sew, taught myself how to sew. I did use my grandmother's sewing machine at times. Now, a lot of this comes from a theater background. At the age of 12, I was cast as the lead in A Mall in the Night Visitor, which is an opera down here at OU. That was pretty cool. So I have a theater background. My parents helped start the Mount Vernon Players in Mount Vernon, Ohio. So yeah, grew up on the stage and that sort of thing. Do I like to be on stage? Not 100%. In fact, I would rather direct than be on stage, but I do not mind being on stage. Then, let's see, I have had a lot, and I mean a lot of jobs, but not as many as people think I have. They're just in weird spots. When I graduated high school, I became a computer lab teacher at an elementary school teacher. Did that for a little while. I have been a real estate agent. I have actually worked at an opera house. I have worked retail. I was an assistant manager for a fabric store, and I was also assistant manager for a Halloween gift store. Woohoo! I am one of these people who I am very shy until you get to know me. One of the things which I think is really interesting is people are surprised that I don't swear that much. I don't. Sorry, not that interesting, no. I have not moved around. In fact, I have probably only moved about 10 times in my entire life. Except for a period of 8 months, I have always had a dog, and those 8 months was shortly after my beloved DA had died before we got Chablis, who we have now. My dogs have a tendency to live for a long period of time. We had a dog, or the first dog that I remember was Joya. She lived to be 20. The next dog was Tanzak, who lived to be 22. Now, DA was only 8 when she died, and she was a really good dog. Chablis is 15, and of course Faith, Mom's dog, is just like 3. I am a pet person. I love pets. When it comes to things that I really like, I like movies with happy endings. I can re-watch a movie. I have no problem with that whatsoever. When it comes to food, some of the foods that I like, I'm a big chocolate fan. I have a sweet tooth like nobody can believe. I love lemonade, absolutely love lemonade. I like chocolate milk. I do not like regular milk. Don't like regular milk at all. I am highly allergic to insecticides, to the point where I've actually been taken to a hospital because of an allergic reaction. I have allergies, it's true, and I live in one of the worst places to have one of the allergies that I have. I have the allergy, I'm allergic to ragweed. Oh yeah, it's just wonderful, great and fantastic. When I talked about my background in theater I have done everything. I have ever done everything from set design, costume design, lighting design. I have been an actor, I've been a director, you name it. I have not been stage manager yet. I haven't done that one yet, and I don't think I will. I'm one of these people who I can be in a show, but I'm really horrible to watch a show with, because I like to look at how things are done. I will watch a movie and be watching the movie and looking at how it's done more than I am looking at the actual movie. I love the behind the scenes stuff. Alright, so there you have it. There are some interesting facts about me. If there are some things that you want else you want to know, just let me know down in the comments. If this is your first time here, every Monday is going to be a Q&A. Some will be way, way different than this, but this one was requested. Don't forget to subscribe. Every Monday I'm going to do something like this, but I'm going to give you some more interesting ideas and tips and things and that sort of stuff. And I hope I get to see you again next week.